All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm waiting on one more. I'm trying to see. It told me I could go live today. So I'm trying to, and it won't let me do it. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my other page real quick. So give me a chance so I can go live there. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, people, with this page that's not letting me go live. Paste. There we go. All right. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody, right? How is everybody? So I'm live now on Instagram with my Thick As Me page. I'm live here on Facebook, and then I'm live here on YouTube. Please follow my YouTube link. Hit the link, share, like. Doesn't cost you to like anything. Welcome to Coffee and Conversation with Carol. I have had a lot of people inbox me about my sign above my head. I know it's showing backwards in some places. Give me some tips on what a girl can do, because I don't know what I can do, okay? Give me some tips and then let me know. Well, let me tell y'all something. Last week I told y'all this is Gemini season, right? I told you guys it's Gemini season, and like it's just been blowing up, right? So in my family, we have a lot of Geminis. Like I have a lot of Geminis, and I call them gems because they're gems. You know, gems are rare stones, and Geminis can be rare people, honey. Let me tell you, they different. They different. There's about a whole lot of them. 2 of them at least come with them, and you got to figure out which one you're dealing with every day, okay? And so today, we have one of my gems. Now, last week was my sister's birthday plus her wedding anniversary, and she don't live here, so I don't get to really interact with her a lot. And she's like really, really like fun. She was like my ghetto sister. I hung out with her. Like they be out ghettoing, gang banging, and all kind of stuff. But anywho, it was her birthday last week. Today is my other sister's birthday. She really don't really be out like this, but she out today, right? So we're gonna welcome her. Come on in. Woo! My first guest. Yes, my first guest, my sister. And today's her birthday, so everybody give her a shout out. Tell her happy birthday. Yep. And so my shirt today, people, says that I am only talking to Jesus today, but I'm going to talk to y'all too. Not just, I'm going to talk to y'all too, and then it's going to be me and him. But I'm going to talk to y'all today. And look what hers say. I'm not gonna say everything it say, but it say manifest. It say manifest that ish. That is, you know. That ish. That's what it
whatever
say.
You want. Whatever you want for your life, you know. You talk to God, you believe God for it, and
isn't she
it's
beautiful?
It's gonna come forward.
Mm-hmm. So today, people, I've been doing some work. So Mondays it's gonna be Mindset Monday. All right, Mindset Monday. Mindset Monday. All right, we're gonna set our minds on something. So you know, this weekend we had a lot of conversation going on. We had a lot of conversation going on in the news. We had a lot of conversation going on up in my sister chat. We had a lot of conversation going on. So we were talking about some things, and one of my sisters put up a video of this girl walking like in the mall, and she was like exposing a lot.
Yeah.
Let's just say meow.
Yeah.
It was all out, all right?
All her reproductive organs were available for viewing.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if she was showing off. She had a nice wax job. Let me tell you.
I didn't see no hairs.
It was a beautiful wax job.
I'd have to give it that much.
But I really don't know what exactly she was really trying to show off. So we were saying, you know, why was she doing that? So my one sister was saying, well, you know, she probably was getting paid for it, you know, getting paid.
Right.
And then somebody else was saying, yeah, she probably was getting paid, but something mentally probably wasn't right? And so we started talking about, you know, her self-esteem. We started talking about stuff like that. So I said to myself, you know what? What is your self-worth worth? What is your self-worth worth? And I know self-worth is about self-esteem, could be about self-confidence, but it's also a moral and a value, right? So like, what is your self-worth? Because you find people these days, doing a whole lot of stuff for money. People just don't care no more. You know, I was watching the show Love After Lockup. I mean, these people is really just doing some crazy stuff these days.
This is true.
So what is your self-worth worth? You know, does your self-worth have a price? Will certain drastic situations have you going against your self-worth? You know, will you end up in a certain situation and say to yourself, hey, I counted it, and guess what? This is what I gotta do. This is what's gonna happen. I gotta choose this. This is true. This is what I got. This is a drastic situation. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is what I have to choose. Mm-hmm. So that is what my question is today. What is your self-worth worth?
Let me see. I feel like I'm priceless. So I don't feel like I haven't been in a lot of situations that other people have been in. So I can't say for them, but for me, which is your common statement, for me, mm-hmm. I don't see a position that I can put myself in that I will lower my self-worth under priceless. Mm. There's nothing you can pay me for my morality. There's nothing you can, I can't be bought.
Hey, mister, thank you for joining. I can't
be bought. So, my self-worth, I would have to deem myself priceless. I don't see that I would put my reproductive organs on display for any amount of money, because I feel like what I was born with, what God gave me is priceless. It can't be paid for.
Okay. So it can't be paid for. What about a drastic situation though? What if you end up in a situation where it is like, it's like you got to choose. You got to choose this self-worth, this moral, this value against this. What about a situation? Because I hear people out here talking about it's time to do something strange for a little change, especially when rent got to get paid.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. Like when it was time for me to do something strange for a piece of change, and I mean, when it comes to bills, because that's the only thing that could just, your household, that's the only thing that can come that can make you feel like, I'm gonna have to do something weird. I probably gonna have to lower down my standards a little bit. But you know what? The strangest thing I have did to pay my bills was pay my tithes. And then I left it up to God, and I ain't gonna lie, He came through every time. That's the strangest thing. Now you know how people is about paying money to the church.
Yeah, because they think they paying money to the preacher. They don't want to see him in no new Cadillac.
They don't want to see that.
They don't want to see him in no Infinity. And Pastor said yesterday he was chasing somebody down in a Rolls Royce. I said, Pastor, no, he wasn't road raging. He saw a Rolls Royce and he thought to himself, I got to see who's in this car.
Oh my God.
Pastor said, look,
I want to go see who this is.
Let me go ahead and follow, see who this is, because I got to see who's in a Rolls Royce. When you see a Rolls Royce, baby, he said in a Rolls Royce, hey, cousin. He said Rolls Royce don't even open up normal. You know how you open up your door? He said they open up like this. So he said he wanted to see who was in it. So he said he drove, and he said he was trying to see. He said they had tinted windows except in the front. He wanted to see who was getting out of there. And he said finally when he got to see, it was Caucasian brother.
Oh man, it was our cousins.
It was our cousins in the Rolls Royce. But he wanted to see. Now I don't know if Pastor was gonna be doing something drastic to be, getting him a Rolls Royce. But he driving Infinity. He was like, people was like, get you an Infinity, Pastor. Get you an Infinity. And he was like, I got one. He was like, but I seen a Rolls Royce. You know what I'm saying?
I had an Infinity, sis, and nah.
Yeah.
It ain't for me.
Yeah. For me. I don't know. I used to always want like a real expensive car. And then I thought to myself, no. Oh, brother said, happy birthday, sis.
Thank you.
It's sister's birthday today. I have a Gemini gem in the house. So we're talking about, if you're just joining us, what is your self-worth worth? Does self-worth have a price? And will certain drastic situations have you going against your self-worth? I say for me, no, I don't care what the price is. I can't do nothing strange for no change. First of all, whatever can't get done just ain't gonna get done. It's too much stuff going on these days for us to be trying to do anything strange for a little change. And let me tell you something about strange for a little change while we're talking about self-worth. I want y'all to know that the Shade Room did share that now you can pass on fungal STDs.
Girl, did you see that?
Fungal. So that means you can get a ringworm
on your
from doing
on your reproductive organs,
as they say.
And you know what? I'm gonna just put this out here. Now, this is not factual. This was just something that came into my mind. And when I seen that fungal infection, STD transfer, I said, I guarantee you, some chick done had a ringworm on her breast, and that man done went and ate from that breast and went down to the garden and put that ringworm down there.
In the garden?
In the garden.
Not in the garden, sis.
In the garden. I think that's what happened.
Morning, cousin.
I think that's what happened.
I don't know, but they said now that you can transfer stuff. So you got to be careful. Look here, people. Mm-hmm. Men and women. You have to be very careful. I need folks to start being very selective.
I'm gonna need y'all to turn these lights on. Y'all need to be looking at the real estate before you start making, your bed in these rooms.
I'm gonna need folks to get real selective, and it's okay if your finger want to wander and smell and look. Okay. I'm trying to be very PG here, but I'm just saying,
it's okay.
It's okay to look, before you touch,
because that's not okay. To be walking around with a fungal infection.
At this point, they talking about fungal infections. I'm gonna need everybody to do the white glove test. Okay, put the white gloves. Put the white gloves on and go ahead and do what you need to do, because a wigworm, I've never heard. I mean, scratch your scalp, don't flake it over here type stuff, but
I'm telling you.
In the personal space, when you get real close, as my mama used to say, "Are you touching?"
I'm gonna say it like our big sister say, "Stay the hand of the enemy."
Stay the hand of the enemy. Stay the hand of the enemy. Are you touching? That's how my mama used to say it. Are you touching? No, I gotta bring that up in the subject. Like, what words do you use for that? Yeah. So we're talking about self-worth today. So not only are we talking about self-worth today, I had another thought, guys, this weekend. Here's what I thought. Do you think that there is any truth in your zodiac sign?
Absolutely not.
Do you think there's any truth in your zodiac sign?
What do you think?
For me, a little bit, because I do see some stuff that I can say, yeah, that's a Libra for you. But here's what I do think. I think that September Libras are different from October Libras.
Okay.
So you're a Gemini. This your season. This your season. What you think?
I think as a Gemini, people say that we have two sides. I feel like we are not the only people with two sides, but people are a lot of people say, like, or when you read like the zodiac signs and readings and stuff like that, it's like, okay, I feel like I have two sides, but everybody have two sides. But I tend to lean in one direction. I'm very the same all the time. Like, I don't switch. So I'm very much the same all the time. So I don't know. My other side must lay really dormant. I can be extreme. I can be like really cool, but then if I'm not okay with something, I can be really not okay with it. And it's like I don't go back and forth. It's either hot or cold. Like, there's no in between.
I can say that about you, that there's no in between.
I feel like that.
However, I live here with one of these Gemini gems.
My niece is a gem.
And I birthed her. And there definitely Suzanne lives here too.
I mean,
although I didn't name my daughter Suzanne. Her name is Andrea.
My niece is a Gemini. My husband's a Gemini. My brother-in-laws are Gemini.
I don't know, because men
see, we always, and I mean, it was a sweet time. My sister,
I'll just say I was in my past life.
I mean, well, we was on a boat cruise.
I was
for Mr. Brown's birthday, and it was him, his brothers, me, Chrissy.
I let her talk about
Geminis. I mean,
I'm gonna be quiet about the male Geminis, baby. In my past life, in that one movie, in my past life, we gonna. I mean,
Geminis we pretty cool people.
Pineapples.
We're pretty cool people. If we get along with you, we get along with you, and if we don't, we don't. I mean, it ain't nothing. We don't leave no confusion. I feel like.
I mean, it says, do you think a person? Do you think there is any truth? I think to a certain extent, yeah. Now, I don't do all the zodiac stuff. I don't be on here reading tarot cards and I ain't got no Cleo ain't here. We ain't doing all that. But there might be some truth to, some of that stuff. Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
So when I don't know. Don't weigh it with your self-worth though. Don't weigh it with your self-worth.
Not
okay,
with
people don't do
no,
it.
Don't do it.
But I was just, that's a little thing, little fact. But here's another deep thought we can have. Real quick. Do you think a person is ever truly satisfied?
No. As human beings, it's impossible. If you give us 10, we want 20. You give us 20, we want 30. You give us 30, we want 50. As a human being, I don't think we can ever truly be satisfied. In our final sleep, we were probably not satisfied.
In your final sleep? Wow. You can't even transition satisfaction.
No, I don't think satisfaction is attainable.
I don't know. I think I'm okay with some stuff.
I mean, okay is okay, but are you truly satisfied? Are you truly satisfied with things the way they are? Like, are you satisfied as a whole, or are you satisfied in peace?
I guess in pieces, because some stuff I'm okay with. Like, I'm just truly like at peace with it and like cool. And then some other stuff I'm like, man, I should be doing more. It should be more done. So I guess for me, I think a person can be satisfied with some things, and some things they might not be. So I guess is a person ever truly satisfied? I guess they're not then, because you okay with some things and some things you ain't.
I guess it depends on the topic. So I mean, if you're talking about being satisfied in peace, like, are you satisfied with your current income? Are you satisfied with your current?
Well, I'm talking about overall.
Role?
So like if you overall, no. Because if you saying I'm not okay with my income, but I'm okay with my home.
Right.
I'm okay with my car, but I'm not okay with the year it is. Something crazy like that. I guess then no.
No, then no.
I guess then no. What y'all say out there? I want people to comment and tell me. In the meantime, here's another one for you. What's something others do that really confuses you? When I thought about this question, I said to myself, self said, really, I was talking to myself. And what confuses me is in healthcare, I want people to take pride in wearing a uniform. Because people don't wear uniforms to work anymore. Not only do they not wear uniforms to work anymore, they don't wear proper shoes. I want to know, why do people have on slide-ins at work being a CNA?
They don't like them Croc slide-ins with the back out.
I'm talking about bubble slide-ins, like the new bubble slide-ins everybody wear. They bubble, they got bubbles in them. They're not Crocs. They're slide. It look like something you put it on after you get out of shower, or you at a swimming pool, and you're going to put them on to walk from swimming pool.
I know what you're talking about, too.
And they got them on at work. Transferring people with lawyers.
And they in there with that C. diff.
And I'm trying to figure, and then don't have no, and here's another thing that, why you ain't got no socks on your feet?
Oh my God.
Because why? Why don't you have any socks on your feet? Somebody help me. What is something others do that really confuses you?
Well, probably how that fungal STD got started, walking around without no socks on.
And then here's another thing that confuses me. Why do women, okay, I'm going to go there. Why do women wear open-toe shoes knowing that they haven't had a pedicure? I mean, feet look like they need a grater. The toenails is chipping. Why? I mean, I was at an event, and somebody came in like that with a heel on, feet not done, dry. I had a coworker saying they put cocoa butter on it to make it look like it's something, and it don't be nothing. So I'm just trying to figure it out. What is some things that people do that really confuses you?
That's confusing in itself. If my feet not done, I will be wearing closed over shoes with a pair of socks. I'm not gonna do that.
And here's another thing that confuses me. Now, to each his own, but when you wear a lace front,
and this is lace, y'all. This lace front.
Don't you supposed to cut that little piece? Because I want to know,
yes,
why is that piece hanging off her head that I saw the other day?
Well, that may be because she's not aware. Like, maybe no one told her that You know, and I'm gonna be honest, some people buy those glueless wigs and they're looking at those videos, and those girls on those videos, you know, they're grabbing those wigs out the box, taking it out the package, and like, look here, girl, and popping the wig on and telling people like, look, you ain't even gotta do nothing, you can't even see the light. And it's like, yeah, that for TV that's fine. I mean, for, you know, streaming that's fine. For social media that's fine. But if y'all purchasing these wigs and they glueless, and you take that out the box, and you got that little bitty booty thingy going across the top where you know, and they got the baby hairs pulled down for you, go on in there, and I mean, you cut that lace as close as you can to them. You cut it.
They don't know they supposed to cut that?
They don't know.
It looked like a sun visor. It's sticking out as if it's protecting their eyes from the sun. And I just want, that confuses me.
They don't know.
Because I really want to take them aside and I want to say, please.
They don't know.
Don't do that to yourself.
They don't know.
You know, I really do. So, you know,
I work in finance. So in finance, is there something that people do that's really confusing to me? Like, I don't understand why they do it. Is the place that I work at, the people are confusing, because it's like, why do you suggest someone do something, and I mean work related, you suggest someone do something or try a different method to solve a workplace related issue, and you're not even aware of the steps of how to get that issue solved, but you suggest someone else do it. So if they have questions, they can't even come back to the person that suggested that they do this, because you don't even know. Like, don't offer someone a solution to something and you don't even know how to, you know, go about.
I think that's because they didn't think they knew that they didn't know how to do it. So they really wanted to offer it to somebody else because they knew they didn't know how to do it. That's why.
Yeah, but that's I don't understand why people do that. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's like me telling you, Carol, you know what? You should get locks. You know I do hair, and I tell you should get locks. And then you're like, okay, how I start them? I don't know. Let me see what I can find. Like, why did I suggest you do something?
You suggested me get some locks, and I know you do hair. I'm sure not gonna say how you can start. I'm gonna say, when can you do it?
Right,
when is my appointment?
You just, that makes no sense. You know what else gonna make sense to me?
What else?
When people don't know how to do white collar criminal activities, but they be all in the business. Like, what are you doing?
We are not teaching people to do white collar.
I ain't gonna teach nobody now. But I'm just saying, like, I see a lot of people out here trying to do stuff that they really don't have the talent for doing. And it's like, you know what? Leave that skill set to someone who's better skilled at doing it. Because it ain't you.
Well, this is Mindset Mondays. And we're going to need you to set your mind to what you know how to do, whatever that skill is that you know
how to do. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you need to manifest it, manifest it.
But, and if you need to just talk to him alone.
And ask
him.
With
Jesus
ask
and Jesus
him to
alone.
give you that skill,
for it, okay?
That ain't okay.
All right? So.
Make my job harder.
And also, I want to remind people, this is June. This is June. June is Men's Health Month, Mental Health Month, the whole thing. If you need to talk to a man about getting his prostate checked, talk to him this month.
Please talk to him.
You know, if he's feeling depressed or down about anything, finances, home, marriage, relationship, whatever it is, let's talk to him and get them some help. Now, I have been looking for resources, and I'm going to gather them, and I'm going to have it more professionally presented. But I know for sure 211 is a number that you can always call if you're having any issues as far as depression. If you need to see a doctor, you know, this is Men's Health Month, and men are kind of scared about going to the doctor, or they have stigmas or stereotypes about it. So we need to talk to our men, okay? Whether they blue, black, white, green, or yellow, okay? All right. So there's no ethnicity here. It doesn't matter the age either. We need to be teaching our young men young too, right? So we need to be teaching them about that. So that this is Men's Health Month. So I wanted to throw that out there, just a reminder that we should be talking to all men in our lives, any important men you have in your life. And if you need to go with them, go with them. If you make the point, go with them. Go with them. All right.
Yeah.
We need to be doing that. Okay. Also, Sunday is Father's Day, and we have been focusing on fathers, talking about fathers, because there are still a few good men out here. And I hear ladies a lot of times say they looking for a good man. I just don't know where they're looking at, because there are still some good men out here, and they are good fathers. They are fathering their children, taking care of their responsibilities. They are even being good fathers to their young adults. Okay.
Yes.
They are being good fathers to their young adults. And you have to remember too, talking to fathers, that the role changes as the child get older.
Absolutely.
The role changes.
Absolutely.
Your role changes. It's not about do as I say. It's not about do as I do. A lot of times you just a confidant, an ear to listen,
A counselor.
a counselor.
Yeah.
So I want you to know that it's your role changes as the child get older.
Absolutely.
Your role does change, and it could be hard. Hey, good morning, chick. It could be hard sometimes to transition in those roles, but they are doable. They are doable. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I throw that out there. I also want to make sure everybody knows my YouTube is up and live streaming. And I need you to go to YouTube at Coffee Convos with Carol. Coffee Convos with Carol. And subscribe and like and share. Please do that for me. Okay. Yep. Like and share. Good morning, sister. And then we talked about, do you think a person is ever truly satisfied? Right. Think about that today. Do you think a person is ever truly satisfied? We talked about that today. We touched on a fun fact. Do you think there's any truth in your zodiac sign? So whatever your zodiac sign is, I know some Cancers, I know some Virgos, some Geminis. So is there any truth in your zodiac sign? What else did we touch on today? And then we talked about what is your self-worth worth. That was what we opened up with. That is our constant thought for our Mindset Mondays. What is your self-worth worth? Does your self-worth have a price? And if it does, will certain drastic situations have you throwing the price out the window? I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. So this is Mindset Mondays. We're going to be signing off in a few minutes, but I wanted to leave y'all with the affirmation today. That is, I give myself permission to be myself. I give myself permission to be myself. And I want you to say that for yourself. You give yourself permission to be yourself. And whatever yourself is, you're giving your permission to be yourself. Sometimes we have certain characteristics and personalities about ourselves that may be offensive to other people. But if that's you, guess what? That's you. That's you. You know, you can't explain it, you know. So you have permission to be yourself, okay? And I wanted to also let you guys know your past will not dictate my past will not dictate my future, and neither will you. Okay. So you got to tell people that sometimes, and sometimes you got to tell yourself that. Okay. All right. Because sometimes people won't let your past go. They remember back when you was this and when you was that, and they just won't let it go. And I heard a lot of that this week, you know, oh, Carol used to be like this and this and that, you know, so my past will not dictate my future, and neither will you. Okay. So you guys take that with you today on Mindset Mondays. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I want everybody to join me tomorrow, 8:30. Okay. If you at work, get you an earpiece and put it in and join me. We talking about some good stuff. Here's my first guest today, Tina, and today is her birthday, so it's Gemini season. And tomorrow we're gonna have Thoughtful Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna have some Thoughtful Tuesdays. And don't think when I say thoughtful, you thinking of something really like, oh, Thoughtful Tuesdays. It might be a little bit of that, but it's gonna be Thoughtful Tuesdays. Okay, so we're gonna have some good thoughts, some good conversation, good provoking things. Don't forget your coffee. Well, coffee's in my cup. Whatever you got in your cup is what you got in your cup. And that's your business, because I'm not going to be running about what you got in your cup. Thank you guys for joining me on today. I love you. Remember, click the YouTube link. It's in there. It's in there. Tag yourself, like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Have a good day on purpose, y'all.
Close that one in now. Too many things to do. Okay, Ian. Oh, that was good. That was good. Thank you for joining.